CCTV. You're hearing the voices of Ari, Christal, and in studios, Dr. Thompson. Keep in mind, it's an interactive program. The number to call is 457-9997. The number to WhatsApp is 457-9994.
Before we jump back into that conversation, I want to say congratulations to Vincy Jules, St. Vincent and the Grenadines' national netball team. The ECCB tournament is taking place right now. It started yesterday, not sorry, Saturday, the 30th of September, and will run through October 1st. And on Saturday, we played Cayman Islands and won that match 60-42. On Sunday, which was yesterday, we played against St. Kitts Nevis and we won that match as well, 52-37. And we're scheduled to play Antigua and Barbuda today at 5:45 p.m. So if you have the time, I will suggest and encourage you to support the team, even though it has to be virtually for some folks, to support Vincy Juros, the national netball team that are on a winning streak. Hopefully they continue to win straight through and win the entire tournament. Congratulations, ladies. Really proud of you.
That was a whole match?
No. No, I'm not too sure exactly where it's happening though.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I get a sense of pride when Vincy's go overseas and
And
dominate something, you know?
It really doesn't matter where. No, Vincy Juros at the church found this together. Antigua and Barbuda. So it's taking place in Antigua and Barbuda.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Nice. Right?
Right. Congrats, ladies.
If you want to stay abreast of the happenings, you can Facebook Netball St. Vincent. Yeah, I think that's the name of the Facebook
St.
page.
Vincent and the Grenadines Netball Association. That's a group. Okay.
Something. Facebook it, you'll find something on the
and there is
information.
Netball St. Vincent as well.
Whatever it is.
It's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook. All right. So now let's move on to the CCTV and the body cams that were handed over by the embassy, Taiwanese embassy.
Oh, yes. Okay. That makes so much sense to me.
Republic of China on Taiwan. They're the ones who also played an integral part, donated the why the name just slipped me. The e-bus system. The e-bus system that when I go to the bus stop up to last week, Friday, it was not working. Don't know why. Vincentian drivers.
It has to be the drivers.
Waste. Yeah, good thing that
really
could
good system
that could move us to the next level and waste for some silly reason, and it gets me really upset. Anyways, so there was just one hiccup with that system, but we'll not get into that. It's part of the same project, and this is the CCTV part of it. Now they were handed over on Friday. Thank you, because I think it is really important in terms of crime fighting. We saw on API over the weekend as well that they gave us a little preview of the quality of the cameras and exactly what you could see. You could see a pin in the road. If a pin drop out your vehicle, we'll be able to pick that up too. Really high quality stuff. Honestly, I don't think that they should have showed us that.
Why?
No, I think they do it also as a deterrent. So if people know, boy, they could see all these details. But I've seen some cameras where it's black and white and gray and everything so fuzzy and the quality is so great that when you try to use it in codes and so forth, it doesn't outline somebody's face properly or the demarcations or so.
Yeah, but now that I know that it's high quality, I'm going to step up my game. So So for somebody who's ignorant of the quality of the camera, I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna bother to wear a mask because I'm not gonna bother to try to conceal the license plate because CCTV whatever, they can't catch this.
They don't just want to see it, they want to see posture. They want to see gait and the way somebody walks. They want to see mannerism. They want to see little tattoo, type of tattoo, where it is. If they see a pin, they could see that little crossbow on the wrist, and the person hasn't wrapped that around and so forth. I'm saying all these things because it is so helpful,
Yeah.
and they better pick it up.
Okay.
They better pick it up.
It's breaking transmission there.
They better pick it up.
All right. Remember, guys, ladies, it's an interactive program, so you can call us at 457. The number to call is 457-9997. Okay. Now that
Well,
loves
I
his
have to
phone.
say, there are key areas that I want. I know when they introduce CCTVs, usually they try to cover the entire city and maybe like small towns outside of the city. Usually,
Yeah.
I want it right where they showed us in Annesville. I would love if one is placed there, one is placed at Massey Stony Grounds, that area where the van drivers usually just shoot in and out.
So
I
you want
want-
them to put it in place to catch the van drivers?
Not just the van drivers, but wherever there's a surge of reckless driving, crimes. Do you know there are places in Kingston where women do not walk at certain time because there are men who follow them down the road? So even like regular, I forget the name of that street, and that's embarrassing as a driver, but where
Is it a part of Middle Street? Because there are some areas in town that I know I not walk in.
going straight down to bottom town, they should have CCTV there.
I mean, the police, I would like to give them full credit. I think that they have, or they know priority areas in the country. They know what areas would have more robberies, what areas across the country in terms of districts would have a bit more homicides. So they would be able to say this area needs X, that area needs Y and Z. So I'm not too concerned about where they're going to put them. I like full confidence in what they're going to do going forward. My biggest question right about now is how much of a role is it going to play in deterring crime? And is this now going to lead to a bit more organized and advanced crime? We've seen in Trinidad where they're using technology to the term, this is not a good morning for me, clearly, but they're 3D printing guns in Trinidad. Are we far behind with that? I mean, look at the caliber of guns that are used in SVG. So the crimes are being a bit more organized. They're advancing in technology, police as well. I just curious, how much of a preventative measure, statistically speaking, is it gonna have an impact?
I think it's huge.
Same.
Not only in crime prevention, but also crime detection and solving. In the sense that the crime prevention aspect is that if people know, and you've asked why should they publicize it, because they want persons to know that this is. Now, in some places, they will say, I don't want Big Brother monitoring this. That's too invasive. Now, they've put in CCTV cameras already, and I stand corrected. The monitoring system is not at Central Police Station, but at Kittels. And that came from the Taiwanese. And they realized because it was working so well, they needed more. So that's where more stuff has come to fill in the gaps. They want a handover from one camera to another. So after crime is being prevented, the person's always trying to get away, right? Who are going to change their clothes. And so that person may get away to a location that they now feel comfortable to change their clothes, right? They stop running and so forth, and they change the clothes. They're able to still be picked up with a camera in another location. A number plate picked up in another location because they haven't been able to screw over the car in that short space of time. So you could pick up that it's this type of car, that type of car. These are the rims and the wheel. These are the identifying marks on the vehicle, and they're able to see. And hopefully, a camera will pick up a face through the camera of the person who already taken off their mask and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Christal made an interesting point. Does that mean that the criminals would step up their game? We need to think about where this donation is coming from. In Taiwan, I'm looking at an article here that says Taiwan was ranked second safest country in the world according to a 2020 mid-year crime index.
Interesting.
Now, all around Taipei, Kaohsiung, Taichung, all of those cities, you have CCTV.
When he said those words, obviously you
I
veiled
swear it was
her.
a different program for a minute.
Yes.
Continue.
Impressive.
Ooh,
You know,
he,
the pronunciation and so forth.
in
Yeah.
these cities, the crime rate is so low
Yeah.
because there's always a chance that you're being watched, not just on the street, in public transportation,
That's a
on the
prevention.
train. It's a
And some
very
people may not like that.
yeah, but it's a
Because
very
Big Brother
good.
watching you.
yeah, because I would like to scratch
I do-
somewhere in
It's a
peace.
very good preventative
Pick
measure.
your
I can't
nose
have
and
no
so forth.
sneaky
Well,
links
yeah,
anymore.
Well,
pick your nose.
they're not posting you picking your
Not-
nose, and they're not
no.
posting
But
your sneaky
those
the
links.
fact
things,
that I
you
know
know.
somebody's watching, though.
Well,
I ain't walking
well,
next to certain people
you
anymore.
need to be
man.
more moral. You also have no sneaky link. But I think it's important to note that. And while the criminals might seek to advance their I don't want to say profession,
Their
but
game, yeah.
yeah,
Relax.
their acts. I really think that this serves as a huge deterrence. And as you huge asset to the police force as it goes to solving.
Yeah.
And I just think it's a very great initiative, and I look forward to seeing the fruits of it.
Yeah.
You know, I know that things and times change and we advance, we progress, and this is, in a sense, I don't want to say in a sense, but this is progress because we are moving forward with time and technology. But a part of it makes me a little sad that this is the extent. And I'm not saying that it should be different because societies change and there's so many things that are outside of our control. But it makes me a little sad that we have to go to this length and beyond to prevent Simmons is so small to prevent Vincentians from committing certain crimes, especially where it concerns homicides.
You know, you remember it isn't just homicides, it's ripping somebody's bag away or robbing
Yeah,
somebody,
crime.
ripping somebody's chain. And so a lot of it is not a break-in, a
Car
burglary,
accidents.
a domestic
Mhm.
problem
Yeah.
between a man and a woman, a man and a child, or a lover, and whatever the case. But there's some strange, the kidnapping of a child. You know,
Yeah. I know.
we haven't reached those stages. Remember, Guyana and Trinidad went through that phase of kidnapping and ransoms and all that kind of thing. So these cameras certainly are going to help in a lot of ways. It may not necessarily stop a contract killing because somebody is who's going to do it is going to design that. As you say, they're going to up their game. You know.
Yeah.
These criminals
they-
now, when you
yeah.
go to a raid, you'll be finding computers and stuff, like a whole computer lab.
But imagine a St. Vincent where you we know who committed the murder of the five, or was it five people. Imagine the CCTV already in place, picking up exactly who it was, maybe picking up, as you said, a tattoo or distinctive features of the gunmen. Imagine a St. Vincent like that.
Imagine a St. Vincent where we didn't even have 5 murders at once.
But
Yes.
But yeah, I know. I know.
even where the a few years ago some St. Lucians had come and they were doing the credit card scam where they have the fake ATM.
Yeah,
Imagine CCTV picking them up,
Yeah.
leaving whatever vehicle they might have
Yeah.
had,
Yeah.
taking the fake ATM to the ATM spots.
Yeah. Yeah.
I look forward to seeing it. And I even look forward more to the body cams because I would forever be we have a call.
No, finish your point.
I would forever be anti police officers using excessive force to subdue or arrest persons. I look forward to these body cams.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning again. I hear you guys are all excited about CCTV and so on. Once it's going to bear fruit, no problem. But if it continues the same trend as usual, what sense would it make? London and Dr. Thompson may be leaving them too long. I know your man could go back anytime. They have, for all the cities, sometimes I heard London is the most
CCTV.
most
CT. Yeah.
CCTV,
Most watched.
whatever
Yeah.
city in the world.
Yeah.
Do crimes still happen there?
You know, but the whole point is
that's
crime prevented and is crime less. Or it doesn't mean that crime has been eliminated. That's the same thing I say. The changing of the top cop, Dave, doesn't mean all problems solved. It's one of the factors.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I am just looking at the results eventually. What, you know.
But do you know the
things
results?
are-
Do you know if the results have gotten worse?
If I know what?
Do you know if the results have gotten worse by introduction of CCTV?
Well, I don't think that any significant dent has been made because.
How do you do that? Do you have the figures? Do you have the figures yourself? You're able to tell us?
No. Well, this is my own premise.
You mean you're speculating? I mean, just making an assumption, but I'm trying to find some. If you have hard facts to tell us.
I'm not speculating. Why do you like to put words in people? Some people have to put words in people's mouth. I can speak for myself.
Yes, but as you're speaking, what you're telling me is that you don't believe that it is. And I am trying to say that the evidence is that it's the opposite to what you're saying. But because you believe it isn't so, doesn't mean it is so.
Let's not make an argument over that.
All right, okay, go ahead. You go ahead.
All I am saying is that, yes, we are living in modern times. We are still far behind. We are still late because if we don't have the brain power behind all what we're doing, it isn't just computers alone. We have to have the brain power and also our culture when it comes to crime now. I mean, although this is something new to me, or this has been going on for a while, the criminal culture is something new to citizens in the Caribbean. And a lot of murders go unsolved, and a lot of people know who the murderers or who the murderers are, who the killers are. But we have a culture of not saying anything or being afraid to say anything.
Well, maybe now people won't need to be afraid because they won't need person's testimonies if they have it on camera.
If I see something, I mean I'm going to say something.
I say so now there's no need for you to testify.
No, there's no need for me to testify. And I know many people like that. Many people. This is too much of a small nation to be having to be, and we can't finance it. All of this is questionable too. We are too small. Look at America, 50 how much states, and they could put their fingers on things right away. In terms of how much states we have, how much parishes we have, huh? It's the most difficult task to solve a problem. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, thank you.
I see. With everything, we need context, because not every crime is solved right away in the United States. There are a lot of in New York right now. There are a lot of scammers. There are a lot of crimes happening that police don't solve right away.
It's hard to talk about this because if we say things are bad elsewhere, it may be on the plane, what's happening in St. We have a problem. But I tell you, I just came back from Mexico. What I saw, I mean, the amount of police and so forth involved and so forth, and it's unbelievable. And then I went to Miami, same sort of stuff. I think that you talk of Taiwan, one of the safest places. There are some countries that are probably doing well, and there's some other places where there's an explosion of crime, of different types of crime. And so I think that we just have to double down to make sure St. Vincent and the Grenadines doesn't accelerate. But I do have a problem when it is said St. Vincent's too small and we put down ourselves and we're insignificant and we are no there, and so forth. I don't want to feel like that. I mean, Christal, do you feel St. Vincent is into nothing? St. Vincent is a waste of time and it's best to go to Mexico or Miami or so? I suppose you
I mean, to each his own. Everybody has their personal experience and their circumstances as to why they believe maybe SVG is not working out for them, and they're free to buy a ticket and hop on a plane and
Yeah,
go anywhere
yeah.
if they feel. But then again, let me just point out that the grass isn't always green on the other side. The grass is green where you water it and you fertilize it. So, just to point out the difference between like crime solving in different places. Look, just the other day, within the last week or so, we're learning of the arrest or 27 years later, Tupac's murderer,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Finally, his case is finally going to get solved.
Yeah.
27 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at
So, a lot of places across the world have unsolved crime, but we're talking about SVG,
Yeah.
and we have quite a bit. And this very well might, not might, this will help in more than one ways. So, I mean, sorry about that, but sometimes it's just so upsetting when we ask for solutions and we get
And we
solutions,
get the solutions.
but we find a problem with the solution. I don't know what people
Mhm.
expect. You ask for something, now you're getting it. How can they make you happy? We cannot get down to zero. Statistically speaking, you're not going to get down to zero with crime. It's going to happen.
But you know, the way of the world is that technology is becoming available and accessible a lot quicker. So a new technology doesn't mean it's going to be introduced somewhere and we will get it 30 years later. That could be the case. But now the gap between us being able to get it is much shorter. A new cell phone comes out in New York. Do you think that someone in St. Vincent wouldn't be able to have that same cell phone within a few weeks or days? You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
Digicel wouldn't have it? And body cams, and latest body cams, and so that would come from Taiwan. Do you think that they would be of a generation some 10 years before? No, it would be top-notch stuff that is right at the cutting edge of things.
As Christal said, the grass is greener where you water it. I welcome all new initiatives.
Yeah.
As it relates to the body cam, I especially look forward to the body cams.
Yeah.
Because as a former court reporter,
Yeah.
you will go to the court and you would hear officers on the same scene giving different accounts of an arrest, and you wonder what is the truth here.
Yeah.
And that is why I look forward to the use of these body cams, so we'll see exactly what happened, and then we will know what force was necessary and what force was excessive, and who is the ones doing proper policing. And I really think that will also help with the promotions.
Yeah.
They will be able to monitor these cams and see who are the officers on the ground, who are the officers doing the work, who are the officers slacking off.
Yeah.
I look forward to see how this would be implemented.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're all the time. I can't respond to that one or say anything else. But it's 9:40, and like I said earlier this morning, we made a couple changes to the programming in terms of time. So some segments are going to come earlier, some segments are a little bit later, just so that we could provide you with the best set of commentary at the times that you're going to listen to most. All right. So Doc, I know you
Okay.
leave before we say goodbye.
I usually leave before we say goodbye.
Before
Well,
we
listen,
say
let me say goodbye now. you know?
Okay.
And let me say it's great to be back in St. Vincent. Although I loved Mexico, but Mexico, people should really read about Mexico City and the environmental disaster that's happened over the last 200 years since the Aztecs. Mexico being built on a lake, and them filling in all the water rivers and putting rivers underground in big tubes, and Mexico City now being a dust ball, an environmental disaster. It's great, but at the same time, the food, oh my gosh. Christal, have you ever eaten a scorpion? Have you ever eaten
I don't think I want
some
to. either.
sauteed worms and so forth?
Stop.
And some
No, that's
Oh, I
disgusting.
tell you something. It is.
Sauteed
And then the
worms.
fruit, cherry moya, atamoya. Oh gosh, you didn't tell me. I had some fun.
No,
You know?
you go Mexico and eat worms.
Let me tell you something. The taste damn good. Let me tell you that. The taste damn good. Let me put it that way. It doesn't matter what they look like. You could close your eyes and eat. And so it's the taste.
Oh,
that
you
comes-
eat them.
it's the
Was it like
gastronomic
clump,
taste.
clump,
And so,
or did you like?
You know,
but you see, when
You're not talking to Dr. Thompson right now, Senior Thompson. Que Latino.
Thank you. But you know something? We've got to, just now the way he was pronouncing it in Taiwanese, in
Chinese.
in Chinese, no,
It's Chinese. It's Chinese.
Chinese.
Mhm.
And the way he just took out some Spanish there, you know, we can hear some French just now. Thank you very much, everybody. A pleasant good morning to you.
All right. Thanks for joining
I'll
us.
send you a picture
No,
of
thanks.
the scorpion.
No thanks. I'm speechless. Good. Have a good one. See you next week.
All right. The time is now 9:42. We're 2 minutes behind our